Here.
Yes, we're preparing our live stream now.
Sisters and brothers, welcome to the 135th virtual Catbird Café. I want to welcome all of our talented performers and the lovely legumes in the peanut gallery and you tubers out there in YouTube land. Uh, I would like to begin by acknowledging the Massachusetts, Pokanoket, and Wampanoag tribes of indigenous peoples from whom the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and many of its streets have taken their names. I'd like to pay respect to the ancestral bloodline of these tribes and their descendants who still inhabit traditional ancestral territories to this day. And our suggested theme today is Native Americans. It is Native American Heritage Month, and as always, following the theme is optional. We're going to start off just like old times with John McHugh, and then Mike Delaney, and then Tom Maynard. There's no way we can do it.
I can't figure it out, huh? I've tried. You can't figure it out.
Echo. I don't know. Tom?
No.
I'm not hearing it.
You're not hearing the
No,
echo.
none of these guys are hearing it.
Oh,
It's
none
just
of you
us.
are hearing it.
No,
It's just us.
I don't hear it.
I was hearing it before, but I'm not. Maybe. Let me see if it's me. I'm gonna mute.
Hello, Echo. Nope, it's not you.
No, it's us. It's something to do with us and our speaker or something, but I don't know what.
If everybody could mute themselves, let's just try that first.
Except us. Ah, look at that.
Oh,
So it made a difference. So what? Shall we have everybody unmute one at a time? Mike, you
Yeah,
want to
I'm
go
gonna
first?
I'm gonna ask John to unmute first.
Okay, all right. It's in
All right,
you take.
I'm unmuted.
And check. Ah,
it's back.
it's back.
It's me doing it.
Looks that way.
That was my thought.
Ah,
I turned my speaker all the way down, so it's not
Testing
picking up
one.
any audio. The mic's not picking up any audio from the speaker.
Testing 1, 2. Testing, tasting. Okay.
No echo. Now we have no echo.
Right, it's turned way down now.
Can you
All
hear
right.
us though?
You hear us
I
all
can
right?
hear you,
Okay.
just
Okay.
barely.
Good
No.
deal. All right. Glad to see you back, Sue. You bring a note?
Well, while we're talking about sound, just make sure everybody that you've turned on original sound before you play.
Yeah.
Because you need to turn it on. You need to turn it on for every session that you do now. Every time you log into, it doesn't stay set the way you left it.
And ideally, it should be original sound for musicians on. Does everybody have that?
What does that mean, original sound? I don't even know what that means. Or
That's
how to turn it on or what.
Up in your
It's not such a big deal for Sue if all you're going to do is if you're singing when if you don't have an instrument. It's more about if there's an instrument that you need to worry about.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't know what to do anyway.
If I'm playing a cover, should I have original sound on?
R.
Nice.
Hey, Rich.
Hi, Rich.
Jody.
Can you hear me?
And Freddie's with us. Yo, Freddie.
Yay, Freddie.
All right. Let's go on this. Yeah, we're ready to swoon. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's swoon time. Give it up for John McHugh.
Hey, John. Oh, John. Oh, John.
Oh, John. Oh, John.
Warning is optional. I went with the theme and hope I can get through it without having a coughing fit. No name for this one yet, but here goes. This is for Native Americans Month. Back when we arrived on this foreign shore that we now call our land. People lived here well before we left the boat, stepped out on the sand. They had no idea what was to come, all the damage that would soon be done. This was the beginning of the end, it was the setting of their sun. It wasn't long before we started claiming parts of their land as our own. Land where they had lived for generations, where their families had grown. This would not be their home anymore. Nothing would be like it was before. This is now America. We claim the whole damn thing from shore to shore. Little now remains of all those people that were here before we came. Those we didn't kill outright are struggling to keep alive their flame. What a splendid country we have made. But what about those people we betrayed? Don't we owe them something? Aren't we ever gonna get that debt repaid? Get that debt repaid. Get that debt repaid.
Hey, John.
Wow.
So much.
Powerful, John.
Right on.
A harmonic swoon there.
Hey, that's mine.
Thank you
We've
so much.
co-opted it now, like we've co-opted Fantabulous.
Swoon. That was so powerful.
That was
Yeah.
very, very well done.
Yeah, I mean,
Beautiful.
it was correct
Yeah.
It was correct. Yeah.
historically,
That's just one.
if not politically. Go ahead.
just
Just
one
the one.
song.
Just the one.
All right. Leave him wanting more. Thank you, John.
Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Thank you.
Let's find it. So, John McHugh's ancestors were once immigrants, and so were Mike's. They were the first immigrants that got the shaft when they came to America. Put your hands together, please, for Mike Delaney.
No, Mike. Oh, Mike.
So I have a song on the theme. I actually played it here just after I wrote it a year and a half ago. It was inspired by a place in the Blue Hills where these two wide paths cross, and the trees are really big and it's shady. And I imagine the two bands of Native Americans kind of meeting up as they go from their summer to their winter homes. And it's called Land of the Morning Light. We are from the many great, oops, all right, take two. We are from the many great hills. The bluish hills are my home. In Massachusetts land. In a large tribe I'm never alone. Two bands meet on great crossing paths. Spend time with each other each year. When leaves turn and start to fall, they know that we will be near. Massachusetts, Massachusetts, Passing against it, on against it. This is the land of the morning light. The crossing is shady and cool. Pleasant ocean scent in the air. But winter is coming soon. We'll go before the trees are bare. We trade stories and eat clams. The women cook, the children play. We feast on fall nuts and grapes, but we have only a short time to stay. Massachusetts, Mosswatucket, Passamaquoddy, Ponegasset. This is the land of the morning light. For the winter we head to Ponkapog, the shallow pond with a spring bubbling up through the red soil, far from the ocean's sting. They go to Sandy Nagog Pond, Pine Hawk they call their land. They catch fish under the ice to feed their entire band. Massachusetts, Mosswatucket, Passamaquoddy, Ponegasset. This is the land of the morning light. On a hunt I climb up Great Blue Hill, see an immense canoe with poles reaching the sky. Immense white animal skins hang from each pole, catching the wind and taking them on a ride. Is it the canoe of the Great Spirit Catanit? Is he bringing us the sacred flame? Or is it the death spirit Hobbamock? I know we will never be the same. Massachusetts, Mosswatucket, Passamaquoddy, Ponegasset. This is the land of the morning light. This is the land of the morning light.
All right,
Really good one.
right on.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, so I hope it made sense at the end that the canoe with the white animal skins hanging from its pole were the settlers coming. I should have said it was 400 years ago, and they were. He saw them looking out from the Blue Hills and said it's not going to be the same.
No,
All right.
I got that. I think that was
I
fine.
think it was clear.
I have, in lieu of a second song, I have two really short poems. First one is a haiku. I wrote it. Too bad Dan Zampino isn't here because I wrote it for Dan Zampino. It's called "The Scary Poet." The Scary Poet, armed with only words, no melody, no harmony, Mayan ruins, death. Thank you. Thank you very much. I have that on a CD. I think I have this other one on a CD too. This one was inspired by Woody Guthrie and Pete Seeger, two of my heroes. It's called Inscriptions. Woody and Pete were almanac singers, crowd inciters and message bringers. On Woody's guitar was a warning in red. This machine kills fascists, it said. Tight skin and a long skinny neck, Pete's banjo had a slogan by heck. It goes like this as I remember. This machine surrounds hate and forces it to surrender. From Woody to Pete and Pete to Arlo, I bet there's a saying on his piano, but it's probably not about hate or malice, maybe just something cute about Alice. But I'm a rebel without a clue. My capo has a message too. It says something totally rich. This device raises the pitch. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Brilliant.
Listen, guys, this guy is great stuff. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Awesome, Mike.
Don't forget the name, Mike Delaney.
Mike Delaney, yes. And I'm going to stop my...
Go, Mike. Go, Mike.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're going to hear from Tom Maynard next, and then the Snake, and then Michelle, and then we'll go to the Peanut Gallery and talk to Jaina.
Okay.
Yeah, come. Oh, come.
Thank you.
Oh, come.
Are you going to announce me or no?
I'm just waiting for Kathy to highlight you.
Oh, okay.
spotlighting now.
There it is.
There we go.
All right, the king of swoon. Give it up, Tom Maynard.
That's because I'm swooning at everybody. I'm the king of swoon.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom.
And my background is going crazy. I'm going to turn it off for the moment because I don't want it to be distracting. So let me just turn it off. Just make it green. There we go. All right. Well, thank you. So I'm gonna sing a song on the theme. This is an original. It's off my first album. It's called King Philip's Lookout. It's was written at a time when I lived in Medfield, Massachusetts, and just across the Charles River in Sherburne, in the Sherburne Town Forest, there's a granite outcropping that has been called King Philip's Lookout, and it looks out over. You can basically look over Medfield from it. You really can't see much in the way of like the town itself. There's forest there now and all, but I can imagine back in the day that looking out from that, you'd see farmland and you'd see settlers, cabins and such. The legend goes that during King Philip's War, that the Wampanoag went in and burned the town down at least once. But obviously, burning down the town did not rid the Wampanoag of the fact that the settlers were there, and were going to stay. Anyway, this is called King Philip's Lookout. All alone upon the hill, the wind was blowing in my face. The snow lay heavy all around, but the past was not erased. The town lay just beyond my sight. It seemed 400 years ago. The river snaked between the trees. My soul was carried on the flow, on the flow. On this lookout, looking out, a man named Philip stood alone. He felt the anger inside burn, but he could not burn it down. No, he could not burn it down. The English were an endless tide, sweeping in across the land. Where once the Wampanoag roamed, he now found the white man's hand. And a comet tried at first to live at peace, to offer aid. The strangers took away his name, his way of life to be remade, to be remade. out. Philip stood above the town. Felt as if the anchor inside burned, but he could not burn it down. No, he could not burn it down. So Philip lit the pyre of war. His people's ways were set to flame. The clouds of smoke eclipsed the sun. As on them all the darkness came. The darkness came. On this lookout, looking out, Philip stood above the town. He felt the anger inside burn, but he could not burn it down. No, he could not burn it down. No, no, he could not burn it down.
Yeah.
Sorry, that wasn't meant to have harmony on it. That was something wrong with my pedal at the moment.
Oh, I liked it.
Yeah.
Sounded really great.
I liked it. It did was perfect. Of course, only white people called him King Philip. His actual name was Metacom, and he ended up with his head on a stake at Post Office Square in Plymouth. There's still a King Philip's Bridge. I'm hoping that they'll change the name of that sometime.
Yeah, that would be nice. Remember, all around our area are all kinds of King Philip references.
Yep.
In Rentham, there's a King Philip Academy, I think, even, and
Right.
there's all kinds of, it's really sad. And I learned after I wrote this that he changed his own name. It was part of the movement to war, where he took on the name Philip as part of the changing of relationship with the his for the settlers and all. So but I like the line, "The strangers took away his name," and even if he chose to do that, it was because the settlers were there that he did change his name. So in my mind, that the line still works.
Oh yeah.
Somebody told me, no, he didn't. No, they didn't take away his name. He changed it himself. Well, yeah. Well, okay.
Sort of. Yeah.
They did.
Yeah. And a lot of Indians changed their name when interfacing with the Pilgrims. Turns out. John mentioned one of the names, Bahmanok. Hello.
That wasn't me. No,
Yeah.
Might have been John, Tom, that might have been Mike.
I think it was Mike.
It wasn't me either.
Oh,
No, it was you, John.
really?
Yeah.
It's not what I wrote.
Well, I'm going to have to do the research on that. And by the way, of course, we can always check back on YouTube.
Yeah. Tell me which part of it you heard that on.
All right, I'll get to that later. But right now,
It's Tom's second
Yes.
song.
So I'm gonna do a Native American flute piece. This is a tune that I wrote using the Native American flute. It's I really struggle, and I think I've said this in this company before, with trying not to culturally appropriate anything here. I have no claim. There's a legend in my family that there was a marriage between a Portuguese sailor and a native woman. But I have no proof of that. So I claim no relationship except that of the settler in this. The Native American flute, ever since I've been able to, well, ever since I heard it for the first time, I just have a real resonance with the instrument. And I am not playing from indigenous tradition. I'm not taking an indigenous tune and using that. I've made up my own tune on this, and this is called Up in the Clear Blue Sky.
Beautiful.
Very beautiful. Tom Maynard, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my
Very nice
gosh,
job.
Mara.
Beautiful.
Thanks so much.
It's on one of your CDs. Which one is that on?
That is on my second disc called Walking in the Wild.
Walking in the Wild, right? Okay.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are moving on to the snake pit now.
Snake pit.
And because Snake is on early because he has someplace to be. Where do you have to be, Snake?
Gardner.
Pardon me?
Gardener.
Oh, Gardner. Okay, very good. Have fun. Say hi to everybody for us. Turn your guitar down. All right. All right, please join me in giving it up for the snake.
Yeah.
I only know one song that's on theme, and I do it every year at this time. Lyric was written by a former bandmate of me and Stephen, Robert Emmett Dunlap. The melody is an old Celtic tune called the Gary Owen. The song is a ghost story about two young lads from Ireland who fled the country during the potato famine, came to the United States, and ended up in the army because of the discrimination against the Irish. Two guys were Mick and Paddy Ryan. They both fought in the Civil War. Paddy was killed at the Battle of Vicksburg, Mick stayed on and was posted out west to a place in the Dakota Territories called Fort Lincoln under the command of the war criminal George Armstrong Custer. The song's called Mick Ryan's Lament. My name is Mick Ryan. I'm lying still in this lonely spot where I was killed by a red man defending his native land at a place that they call Little Bighorn. And I swear I did not see the irony when I rode with the 7th Cavalry, for I thought that we fought for the land of the free when we rode from Fort Lincoln that morning. And the band had played the Gary Owen, brass was shining, flags were flowing. I swear if I had only known, I'd have wished I had died back in Vicksburg. Me brother and me, we had barely escaped from the hell that was Ireland in 48. Two angry young lads who had learned how to hate, but we loved the idea of America. And we cursed our cousins who fought and bled in their bloody coats of bloody red. The sun never sets on the bloody dead of those who aspire to an empire. We'd make a better life somehow in a land where no man has to bow. It seemed right then and it seems right now that Patty died for the Union. But Michael, he somehow got turned around. He had stolen the dream that he thought he'd found. Now I never will see that holy ground, for I've turned into something I've hated. And I'm haunted by that Gary Owen. Drums are beating, bugles blowing. I swear if I had only known, I'd have wished I had died back in Vicksburg. And I'm haunted by that Gary Owen. Drums are beating, bugles blowing. I swear if I had only known, I'd lie with me brother in Vicksburg.
So, well done, sir.
This one's pretty fresh out of the barn. Only the second time I've done it. Written in 1933 by Eddie D. Lang, Will Hudson, and Irving Wills. It must have been moon glow way up in the blue. It must have been moon glow that led me straight to you. It still had you saying, do you want to hold me fast? And I started praying, oh Lord, please let this last. We seemed to float right through the air. Heavenly songs seem to come from everywhere. And now when it's moon glow way up in the blue, I'll always remember that moon glow gave me you. But I do da da. We seem to float right through the air. Heavenly songs seem to come from everywhere. And now when it's moon glow way up in the blue, I'll always remember that moon glow gave me you. That moon glow gave me you. That moon glow gave me you.
All right.
Yeah, babe.
Good job.
All right. Eric the Snake Gullikson.
Yay.
Thank you, Snake. I'm still looking for that name that John mentioned in his song, but denies that he mentioned.
I have no idea.
I thought it was in Howard Zinn's People's History of the United States, but I think instead it's in 1491 by Charles Mann. So I'm still looking, John.
Good, good.
He's going to continue to deny it, though.
All right, now we're going to hear from Michelle. Then we're going to talk to Jay Nutt, then Glenn Gardner, and then Rich Barrett. Michelle, my bell.
Hello.
Jumped around.
Jumping around like that. Okay, there you go. Now we got a split screen with there she is.
Oh no!
All her loveliness. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Go Michelle, go Michelle.
Ooh, thank you,
Go,
sir.
Michelle.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I'm not exactly on theme, but I can sort of try and echo the sentiment in a way. Okay. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow in my soul. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. Pain like an arrow. Love like an ocean. Peace like a river. In my soul.
So beautiful.
Whoa, that
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
beautifully done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
MGG is going to be doing a concert on the theme of peace in January, and I'm sure that we would like you to perform on that, don't you think, Tom?
No, he
Yeah.
doesn't think so.
Yeah, he had to think about it, but I didn't.
So I don't know if this is gonna be like too much, but I'm wondering if I could do a holiday song. I promise you that it's not one of these jingle bells, jingle. No, it's really pretty. it's really pretty, and it actually can go for any holiday that you celebrate. And I think it's a nice song to start the season with. I don't think it's too like in your face. The words are by a poet from the 19th century. Let me see if I can pronounce his name. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. And there are many arrangements of it. It's called Wishes and Candles. wishes and candles and love and laughter. Memories will treasure forever after. Families are gathered with presents to share. The best gift of all is that everyone's there. A wish for the people who walk all alone. A roof overhead and a bed of their own. A candle for those in the need of a friend. A hand and a smile, is it all that is there? Wishes and candles, they warm the season. Hope for a world filled with peace and reason. Think of the love that is waiting for you when all of our holiday wishes come true. Think of the love that is waiting for you when all of your holiday wishes come true.
That was nice.
Lovely.
Oh, that was perfect, Michelle.
Thank you. Oh, good.
Michelle Abadia.
Beautiful. Beautiful as always.
Thank you so much.
Very
Oh, thanks, Ivy.
Very
Thank you,
good.
Michelle.
All right, let's go to Israel now. And Jaina is in her new
Yeah, you have to
temporary
wait for me to
house.
find the buttons on the phone.
Oh yeah, she's on
Okay.
her phone because she can't find her
All right.
computer.
Can't
Yes,
find
she
the
is.
computer. The tablet needs recharging every 10 minutes. I give up.
Can't get her up.
There I can. No.
No, there she is. Hi there.
Hiding in the corner. Where do you expect me to be?
uh, what's going on? What's new?
What's new? Nothing is new. The boxes are old.
You making any progress?
Some.
Cool.
It sounds like the sort of thing that you don't want to even start because it's so bearish.
Well, by the time we get finished, we'll have to, we'll be ready to move back.
Yeah.
3 years, huh? Okay. Listen, I've been wanting to talk to you about this. The BB is back. How do you feel about that?
About the same way you'd feel if Trump were back.
Okay.
We get it. We totally
Great
get it.
answer.
Yeah.
I was hoping you would say something like that. Oh my God,
Yikes.
you just can't get rid of them.
No.
They're like herpes.
It's
Um,
slime.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh boy.
Slime.
But we'll get by. You'll get by. We'll all get by.
Yep.
And I mean here on Earth, not in that glorious land in the sky. you know,
That's the great by and by, not just
the great by and by. Yeah, okay. But also pie in the sky. That's a lie. We have to make our own heaven or hell here on earth, I do believe.
I believe you're right.
All right, well, we'll leave you alone then.
Thank you, Janet. Thanks
Janet,
for being
and,
here every week. We love to see you.
And of course, you can feel free to break in anytime you want. All right, Glenn Gardner is up, then Rich Barrett, then Ellis Ralph. Then we'll talk to Sushan.
Here's Glenn.
Yo,
Hey.
Glenn.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Okay.
doing all right.
All right.
I feel like a leftover.
Oh, good.
All right, these are both on theme. The first one is a Michael Martin Murphey song, and it's called Geronimo's Cadillac.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they put Geronimo in jail down south. Couldn't look the gift horse in the mouth. Sergeant, Sergeant, don't you feel there's something wrong with that automobile? Governor, Governor, isn't it strange? They don't have no cars on the Indian range. Warden, Warden, listen to me. Be brave and set Geronimo free. Whoa, boys, take me back. Wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Whoa, boys, take me back. Wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Let me ride. Let me ride. Warden, Warden, don't you know the prisoners have got no place to go? They took old Geronimo by storm, ripped off the feathers from his uniform. Well, Jesus tells me now, I believe it's true. The red man is in the sunset too. They took all his land and they won't give it back, but they sent Geronimo a Cadillac. Whoa, boys, take me back. Wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Whoa, boys, take me back. Wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac.
Nice. Love that song.
Great song.
Yeah,
Well done.
really.
Oh, thank you
Really
guys.
good
Michael
song.
Martin Murphy.
Yeah.
Song. This is one I wrote, and I was up hiking through the Hohokam ruins up here. They're about 1,000 years old, maybe 1,300. And the song just kind of came to me. Hohokam are the people that were in this part of the world before actually the tribes that inhabited it after them about 800 years ago. So in the Pima language, Hohokam means the ancient ones, the ones that came before them. And they were brilliant engineers. As a matter of fact, we still use the same canal routes that they dug to move water around this valley. So anyway, this is called Ruins. Here we go. Probably should do it in the right key. Seeing the ruins makes time stand still. I'm gazing for sure across a river of time. Shadow of ghosts float across my mind, whispering stories and forgotten rhymes. Years just seem to melt away. The ancient songs are the wind. Spirits sing of a long past day. Then time stops to let them play. This is the song the old ones sing, where the broken rocks meet the sky. Voices long gone still fill the air. In the ruins, the old songs never die. Years just seem to melt away. The ancient songs are the wind. Spirits sing of a long past day. Then time stops to let them play. Seeing the ruins makes time stand still. I'm gazing from the shore across a river of time. Shadow of ghosts float across my mind, whispering stories and forgotten rhymes. Years just seem to melt away. The ancient songs are the wind. Spirits sing of a long past day. Time stops to let them play.
Oh, what a wonderful
Great
song.
song.
Wow.
Thanks, guys. That one's called Ruin.
Heard that before. What was the name of the tribe again?
The name of the people that were here were the Hohokam. So it's and
And
then following them were the the Pima, the Navajo, the many tribes.
And
But
they were centered in Arizona, were they?
yeah, I mean, Arizona, Mexico, and because they had no written history,
Yeah,
they really don't know why they left about 1,000 years ago, give or take a little bit. But the fact that they built fortifications would lead one to believe that they were fortifying against something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yep.
um,
You don't fortify against nothing.
so that's one of the theories is, they just lost a war, but
Yeah,
don't really know. But it's very. I mean, they built their structures were built high, and this one particular place where this song came to me is really way, way, way up, and you can see, the entire valley where
yeah,
Phoenix is now from that vantage point. It's stunning, and the remains of the buildings that they built are still there, the stone parts,
yeah.
um, and it's just pretty
That's
amazing place.
that's fascinating.
It does sound amazing. Wow.
Maybe someday we'll
Mm.
get
Yeah,
out there.
no, makes me want to go to Arizona.
And,
Don't come in July.
No, hell no.
no. Okay.
Thank you, Glenn. That was great.
Oh,
Glenn
thank
Gardner.
you so much. Thank you so much. Great theme too.
Yay.
Thank you.
Yay.
All right, Rich Barrett is next.
Shard.
Hello,
Hello?
hello.
There he is.
Here's Rich.
Hey, Rich.
I live right down the street from where Anawan was captured
Uh,
Wow.
way back in the Indian Wars.
Mm.
yeah, there was a hotbed right around in there.
Yeah, they actually burned what was the village
Yeah.
way back then. They say it's haunted where he was, but it doesn't make sense because where they say it is, it's a swamp.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
that's,
maybe it wasn't back then.
yeah, maybe.
Who knows? A lot of mystery back then, before there was written language. I just learned that the Inca had not a written language, but they had an alphabet that consisted of knots in string. And it was like a 1-2 thing, rather like computers of today with the one and zeros. I have to look farther into that. But otherwise, not a lot of written language.
Great.
All right, folks, give it up, please, for Rich Barrett.
Woo! Hey, Richard.
With the theme, so I'm just going to do a Blaze Foley and a Guy Clark song that I haven't done before. This one's If I Could Only Fly. Almost felt you touching me just now. Wish I knew which way to turn and go. Feel so good, then I feel so bad. Wonder what I would do if I could only fly. If I could only fly, I bid this place goodbye. Come and be with you. I can hardly stand, nowhere to run. Another sinking sun, one more lonely night. You know the wind keeps blowing somewhere every day. Tell me things get better somewhere up the way. Just dismal thinking on a dismal day. Sad songs for us to bear. You know, sometimes I write happy songs. Sometimes little things are wrong. You know, I wish they all could make you smile. Tomorrow maybe we can get away. Coming home soon and I won't stay. Wish you could come with me when I go again. If I could only fly, if I could only fly, I bid this place goodbye. Come and be with you, but I can hardly stand. Nowhere to run, another sinking sun, one more lonely night. If I could only fly, if you could only fly. Lonely nights. If I could only fly, going to this place goodbye, come and be with you, but I can hardly stand, nowhere to run, another sinking sun, one more lonely night. If I could only fly, you could only fly, there'd be no more lonely nights. Yeah.
Oh,
Such a sad song.
so sad.
Beautifully said.
Love it though. Thank you for doing it.
Absolutely.
This one I've never
Anybody,
It was beautiful.
if anybody hasn't seen the movie Blaze, it's about Blaze Foley who wrote that song, and it's a really, really fine movie.
Yeah, Rich watched it like half a dozen times.
at least.
Yeah,
Okay, this Guy Clark song. It's I forget the name of it. To live is to fly. Days up and down they come, like rain on a conga drum. Forget most, remember some, but don't turn none away. Everything is not enough, nothing is too much to bear. Where you've been is good and gone, all you keep is the getting there. For to live's to fly, both low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and the sleep out of your eyes. Goodbye to all my friends, it's time to go again. Think of all the poetry and the picking down the line. I'll miss the system here, bottom's low and the treble's clear, but it don't pay to think too much of things you leave behind. For to live is to fly, both low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and the sleep out of your eyes. We all got holes to fill. Them holes are all that's real. Some fall on you like a storm. Sometimes you dig your own. The choice is yours to make. Times is yours to take. Some sail upon the sea, some toil upon the stone. To live is to fly, both low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and the sleep out of your eyes. Shake the dust off of your wings and the tears out of your eyes.
Wow.
Oh,
I had to take that.
that was something.
Great song.
Wow, really great.
To a tornado of talent here.
That is that.
Rich Barrett, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Rich. We're going to go on to Ellis next. And while you're doing that, John? Hobamok.
I'm here.
Hobamok.
Hobamok. Yep. Still
Yeah,
not
that-
in the song.
That was me. I did that.
Oh, that was you. Okay, sorry.
Yes, the
Thank
death
you.
spirit, Habamok.
Oh,
Yeah, and also some of Massasoit's emissaries to Plymouth took false names, and one of those emissaries took the name of Hobamok.
All right, cleared up that mystery. Thank goodness.
Thank you, friends. And let us joyfully welcome back Ellis Ralph.
I'm joyful about it. Thanks for being here. This is an older song of mine, like 1975 or something. My father was a great one. He lived up in the heights. No one could deprive him of his freedom or his rights. He proved his mighty courage and he proved his mighty skill. Those living in the valley knew the power of his will. When he spread his wings and was carried through the sky, the hills below were blue. He flew so high, free to fly a wild paradise. He was a king. I am the golden eagle. I live in a rotten stump. I eat whatever I can steal or find at the city dump. The creatures in the valley are gone and will never come again. I dare not go near the fields or be shot at by the men. When I spread my wings and am carried through the sky, the hills below are brown. All the ground is turned to man's design. I've learned it is not mine. I'm no king. I am the golden eagle.
Wow.
Wow.
Man, Elvis writes some deep stuff.
He does.
Deep thinker.
He was back in 1975 too. Yep.
This song is. I did once before. I don't know. The list says. It's only the second time I did a song of mine twice. I would do a Dylan song 14 times, but that was a short one, so I'll do a longer one. I started Chicago Lakeshore Drive, planned to take my time and arrive alive. I departed down through countryside on a 2,400-mile joyride. I said a prayer for my Pontiac. I don't care if I won't be back. Made my normal stop at Steak and Shake for the first of many coffee breaks. No one's ever been gone down that mother road so long. And ever since that long road's been so long gone away. A pit stop at Dixie Trucker's home to talk shop. You can't have too much chrome. Had a drink in Lincoln, Sherman too. Goodbye, Illinois, hello, Missouri. Coral Court was my last resort, so I was on to bourbon, down a quart, 40 winks at the Wagon Wheel Motel. No one's ever felt so well. No one's ever been gone down that mother road so long. Ever since that long road's been so long gone away. I blew off the world's biggest rocking chair. Was on the clock and rolled through there. No time for the cashew chicken grill. Doolittle, Sleeper, Carterville. Before I knew it, Joplin's gone. Piece of my heart, farewell song. Bye bye, baby. Raise your hand. Summertime, get it while you can. At Miami, slam a cup of Joe and a burger made of buffalo. Through Veneta, through White Oak, my head full of Will Rogers jokes. Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Reno, Hydro, then Elk City. Since they padlocked the U-drop in Shamrock, no one's ever been. No one's ever been gone down that mother road so long. Ever since that long road's been so long gone away. Now McLean is a slippery level slope. I seen him worshiping the devil's rope. Seen the biggest cross I ever seen. Seen the leaning tower of water lean. And there's nothing on the pike in Amarillo but a yellow stripe and dead armadillos and that mellow sight at the farm of ants, them Eldorados at the Cadillac Ranch. They say Glen Rio has the last motel, but Tucumcari has the blue as well. El Dorado has the deep blue hole, and Albuquerque has the El Vado. Gallop on past the petrified, the meteor crater, and the genocide. Navajo, Hopi, Yavapai have a soup eye and the Wallapai. No one's ever been gone down that mother road so long. Ever since that long road's been so long gone away. Stop at Needle planets in the promised land to be searched for evil exotic plants. Cars go on from the old Amboy to Barstow, or they stop at Roy's or the Wigwam down Rialto way, or some other kitschy spot to stay. Cucamonga, then Glendora, Laverne, San Dimas, and Pandora. Take a left in Manzanita, take a left. Pasadena, take Sunset to Manzanita, Hollywood, West LA, the boulevard goes all the way to Ocean Ave. If you don't stop there, you drive off the Santa Monica Pier. It's a long way from Lakeshore Drive. No one's ever had a better ride. No one's ever been gone down that mother road so long. Ever since that long road's been so long gone away. Ever since that long road's been so long gone away.
Absolutely amazing. Great stuff, man. He dropped his little humorous gems in there, you know, just to, great stuff. And thank you for taking us on that journey.
Fun ride.
And
Guess
that
I
was
need
a
a
hybrid
GPS
song.
though. I
Sort
got
of,
lost.
well, I'm sorry, what?
I guess I needed GPS. I got lost there.
Ah, getting lost can be fun.
Yeah, that was really, really good.
Yeah, it was a cross between a talking blues and a ballad. It's a hybrid song. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
All right. What was that? His second song?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tempest Fugget.
Thank you, Ellis. That was great.
Ellis Ralph. All right. Let's stop into the Peanut Gallery and say hi to Sue Sean.
Hello.
No.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you
No
doing?
one offended. I'm okay. I changed my name for this evening.
Oh, you.
Um,
Oh, I
yeah.
get it. Ah! All right. All right. Listen, good news. I found your drawings,
Oh, yeah?
your pencil drawings. Yeah. Let me get a spotlight here, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right, you're spotlighted in. She is.
And they're old ones. I have new ones, too.
There's a little bunny, and
See it.
there's a hawk,
An owl, or whatever.
an owl. Oh, okay.
Thing. Yeah.
And a whole bunch of things. Lion, and I a moose.
Nice.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Oh, and one of my favorites, the manatee.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very
and
nice.
all kinds of animals, and I'm so glad I found them because I still want to do a coloring book with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I even colored one of them myself, but
Oh, nice.
That's
Panther.
neat.
yeah,
Florida panther. That was.
Very good.
a tornado.
Thanks. I have some more, too. I have some more if you want some more.
Oh, sure, the more the merrier.
A few more.
You figure out how to get them to me.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's a Florida panther?
I have to make,
that
that was
a
a Florida panther.
Wow.
Wow. Yep, good call.
That's endangered. If there's any of them left, there's not many.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, some of these others are the manatees as well.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know about a lot of the others.
I don't know.
I guess there's still a lot of moose up there,
Yeah.
Maine and stuff.
Even
Anyway,
one
what
of
else
them
is going on? You were
even-
gonna get me out of here, please?
Well, I wasn't gonna really necessarily sing anything until you mentioned the theme, so I ran and got my Buffy St. Marie book.
Ah, right.
And,
Good deal.
There was a special on her the other day on PBS. It was wonderful. All about her life and everything. It was great.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, it probably repeat. What was I going to say? I have to tell you two things that are happening. One is I'll ask for everybody's thoughts and wishes, best wishes, and all kinds of things like that, because I'm going in for surgery on December 7th.
Oh,
Ah,
I'm going to have double knee replacement, both
oh.
knees, which is going to be tough.
Wow.
Yeah,
At the same time.
tough coming
Yeah.
back.
My doctor is gung ho to do them both, and I want to get it over with and done with, so I'm going to go for it.
Yep.
So,
Hey, my dad did his both. I did mine one at a time, but he
Yeah.
liked getting it all done like you did, like
Yeah.
you are. So
yeah, that's the good part about it.
yeah.
How did he do?
He did really well, and he was the old guy. So
Good.
you'll do fine.
Thanks. I'm an old guy too. So. And then one other thing, on Thanksgiving, we had a lovely day. I was with my cousins, and it was just about 7 of us or 8 of us, whatever. It wasn't many. My cousin Nathan and his wife Rita and his sister Roberta and myself, and then Nathan and Rita's daughter Samantha and her husband and 2 little girls. And it was just us. And it was a real nice day. We sat around and we had a nice meal. And then afterwards, we sat around chatting. And I was talking to Rita, and all of a sudden, she slumped over, and her face drooped, and her arm went kind of limp.
Oh,
whoa.
She was slurring her words. She had a stroke right at the dinner table.
jeez.
It was awful. But
Sorry to hear that, Sue.
she's
That's
73. But
That's so sad. Sorry
I
about that.
spoke with
sorry.
her today.
But you were there. It happened when you were there to be
It
able
happened when we were all there. And thank goodness she wasn't alone.
Yeah.
Because they called the ambulance right away, and it came, and they sent her to Brigham and Women's in Boston, which I'm so grateful for. And they operated right away. They got 2 blood clots out of her carotid artery.
Oh, wow.
And she came back as things cleared up. And I actually spoke with her today, and she sounded wonderful.
Oh,
So
thank goodness, Sue.
They really
Outstanding.
saved her.
That's
They really,
good news. Wow.
Yeah.
If you
Rapid
get-
interve-
so traumatic. Oh my God.
yeah.
yeah.
If you get it quick enough, you can.
Yeah,
you can
Yes, they got her right away.
Rapid interventions for stress victims is the
Yes.
way. So thankfully,
In Boston, thank goodness. So anyway,
Wow.
so those are my two exciting things.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
we wish you all the best on December 7th. That's
Yeah.
Thank you.
Really.
It's
And-
Pearl Harbor Day.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Which we're living infamy. So
Yeah.
anyway, so I thought of this song. I looked through the songbook, and I got this song called "My Country, 'Tis of Thy People You're Dying." And she's a
Yep.
Native American, obviously. I'm sure everybody knows that.
Yes.
So I don't know about my voice, but I'll give it my best. Now that your big eyes are finally opened, now that you're wondering how must they feel, meaning them that you've chased across America's movie screens. Now that you're wondering how can it be real, that the ones you've called colorful, noble, and proud, in your school propaganda, they starve in this splendor. You've asked for my comment, I simply will render. My country, 'tis of thy people you're dying. Now that the longhouses breed superstition, you force us to send our toddlers away to your schools where they're taught to despise their traditions, forbid them their languages, and then further say that American history really began when Columbus set sail out of Europe, and stress that the nation of leeches that conquered this land are the biggest and bravest and boldest and best. And yet where in your history books is the tale of the genocide basic to this country's birth, of the preachers who lied, how the Bill of Rights failed, how a nation of patriots returned to their earth? And where will it tell of the Liberty Bell as it rang with a thud over Kinzua mud, and of brave Uncle Sam in Alaska this year. My country, 'tis of thy people you're dying. And I think I'll stop there. She has 3 more very long verses, and maybe I could read them.
Okay, great.
Hear how the bargain was made for the West with her shivering children in 0 degrees, blankets for your land, so the treaties attest. Oh, well, blankets for land is a bargain indeed. But the blankets were those Uncle Sam had collected from smallpox disease dying soldiers that day. And the tribes were wiped out and the history books censored. 100 years of your statesmen have felt it's better.
Uh-oh.
Bandwidth.
Angeles County to upstate New York. The white nation fattens while others grow lean. Oh, the tricked and evicted, they know what I mean. My country, 'tis of thy people you're dying. The past, it just crumbled. The future just threatens. Our lifeblood's shut up in your chemical tanks. And now here you come, bill of sale in your hand, and surprise in your eyes that we're lacking in thanks. For the blessings of civilization you've brought us, the lessons you've taught us, the ruin you've wrought us. Oh, see what our trust in America's brought us. My country, 'tis of thy people you're dying. Now that the pride of the sires receive charity, now that we're harmless and safe behind laws, now that my life's to be known as your heritage, now that even the graves have been robbed, now that our own chosen way is your novelty, hands on our hearts, we salute you, your victory. Choke on your blue, white, and scarlet hypocrisy, pitying the blindness that you've never seen, that the eagles of war whose wings lent you glory, they would never know more than carrion crows, pushed the wrens from their nests, stole their eggs, changed their story. The mockingbird sings it, it's all that she knows. Ah, what can I do, say a powerless few, with a lump in your throat and a tear in your eye. Can't you see that their poverty's profiting you? My country, 'tis of thy people you're dying. That's it.
Outstanding. Well done.
Well done.
I'm
Great
so
song.
glad you
Yeah.
did that.
He wrote that a long time ago.
Beautifully done, Sue.
This book was copyrighted in 1971, so it's
Yeah.
an old song. But she wrote words and music.
Very
Yeah.
good. Very good.
That's a powerful song. She wrote a lot of great stuff.
She did.
I
She's
met
80
her.
years old now. She's still with us. She's
Yes.
80.
Yeah.
Yeah,
great.
she's good.
Excellent.
Thanks. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
Thank you.
All right,
Sushan.
Sushan.
Nice job, Sue. And you take care of yourself.
Thank you.
One of the things that the special reveals that she didn't even know for many years is that the FBI actually sent things to all the radio stations saying not to play her music. And they
Mhm.
sent letters to venues telling them not to hire her. That's part of
Mhm.
why she disappeared into obscurity.
Wow.
She was radical, yeah. Just
Yeah.
because she defended
Well, you had to be.
because she defended the people, you know.
Radicalism was a necessary thing then.
What's
And,
radical about telling the truth?
Right, exactly.
And yeah, and still today,
Still today.
yeah, you can get in a lot of trouble by telling the truth.
Yep.
You know. All right. What are we doing?
We're gonna move on to Judy.
Oh
Neal,
yeah, we
right?
are going to move on to Judy Neal.
Time for Judy.
Back to Arkansas.
Here we are.
There she is.
Hi, Judy.
Howdy do. And folks, put them together for Judy Neal.
Judy, good to see you.
Are you mutated?
We hear your guitar, but not your voice.
What's up with that? That's strange.
That is strange.
Alice, we can hear the guitar, but not the
Is your
voice.
microphone on?
She's saying, come back to me. She put it in the chat.
Oh,
Oh, come back. Okay.
all right.
We'll
Well,
move on and then
give her another second here in case.
Yeah, in case Ellis can figure it out quick.
Maybe it's phantom power.
Nah. Oh, well, you were serious.
No.
I was
No.
totally serious.
Nope. Okay. Oh, wait.
Oh,
how
there
about
you
that?
go.
Oh,
Right.
It just took a while. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Very
Thanks,
strange.
Alice.
Thanks, Ellis. Thanks, Judy.
One more time. Give it up for Judy Neal.
Sorry about that.
Hey, Judy.
We're still learning the new equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this song is about one of the gifts that Native Americans have given us, and that is the different mystical traditions, the wisdom that they share with us. And one of the practices is vision quests. And friends of mine were going on a vision quest in the Grand Canyon. At the bottom of the Grand Canyon is the Havasupai traditional lands, the Havasupai tribe. And there's falls there that I've seen pictures of that are just exquisite, just magical. And so I couldn't go, but I sort of went into a meditation and imagined I was with them, and this song came. It's called Canyon Quest. Step by step you walk the trail on your vision quest. The canyon's walls are red and steep. The sun is sinking in the west. The night is cool, the sky is clear. You face this test with no fear, and know I'm with you in spirit. Like the eagles above you I fly. The canyon song, can you hear it? It calls us together tonight, tonight. Moon goddess dances in the night. Healing prayers are sung. Energy to those in need. The old, the sick, the young. Now circle round the fire near and give your love with no fear. And know I'm with you in spirit. Like the eagles above you I fly. The canyon song, can you hear it? It calls us together tonight, tonight. Now take this gift I've given you to the waterfall, to the pools of turquoise blue, and offer it to all like poetry, like song so sweet, like desert nights and summer heat. And know I'm with you in spirit, like the eagles above you I fly. The canyon song, can you hear it? It calls us together tonight, tonight, tonight.
Beautiful, Judy.
Great.
Thank you. And this is a song I wrote. As you know, I grew up in Hawaii, and Hawaiians are Native Americans. We don't normally think of them that way, but they are. And I loved the Hawaiian culture that I grew up on. A lot of storytelling, a lot of laughing and music, and inclusion. It was just very inclusive and loving. And this is a song I wrote after coming back to the mainland from a trip to Hawaii and feeling very homesick. It's called My Heart's in Kona. On the night that I returned to Kona, the stars above so brightly shone. The Milky Way was like a lighted highway, like the road that led me home. My heart's in Kona, mountains by the shore, and I'll dream of Kona now and evermore. You were by my side in Kona, watching sunsets fall to the sea. Love in the air like the scent of perfume nights. My heart had found a place to be. My heart's in Kona, mountains by the shore, and I'll dream of Kona now and evermore. Music floats across the ocean like this flower lei I've thrown. It's the song of old Hawaii, hauntingly calling me home. Now I'm far away from Kona, and I'm far away from you. wishing we had found a way to make the sweet Hawaiian dreams come true. My heart's in Kona, mountains by the shore, and I'll dream of Kona now and evermore. Yes, I'll dream of Kona now and evermore.
Beautiful, Judy.
Yeah,
Really gorgeous.
great song. Oh,
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
oh, thank you, Judy Neal.
Really awesome.
Oh, how long has it been since you were in Kona?
About 5 years now. But not since I lived there. I haven't lived there for 30 years.
Ah.
But I've gone back whenever I could and went back for a high school reunion. And,
The good
whenever-
experience getting back?
Oh, it's heavenly. It's just, I keep worrying that it's not as good as I remember.
Yeah.
And then I get there and I go, oh, it's even better than I remember. It's still
Oh,
just
wow.
Oh, that's wonderful.
paradise.
That's
It's
the
just
case with so many other places, they just,
Yeah.
I wonder if coffee is still a mainstay in the Kona economy.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's a
it's
lot.
Kona coffee. It's like I can't drink most coffees; they're too acidic. But Kona coffee just kind of melds with my DNA. It's so
Great.
good.
Excellent.
It's still a big part of the Kona plantations there and so on.
Good.
Very cool. Thank you,
Great.
Judy. Judy
Very
Neal.
Judy.
Thank you.
I'm having throat problems, and so I have been advised not to sing, so I'm going to read. And this is from Howard Zinn's A People's History of the United States. What Columbus did to the Arawak of the Bahamas, Cortez did to the Aztecs of Mexico, Pizarro to the Incas of Peru, English settlers of Virginia and Massachusetts to the Powhatans and the Pequots, and while we're on the subject, what the French did in Quebec. They said that there was nothing here, just trees. And they were coming out, they thought, to vacant land, when it was in fact territory, of course, inhabited by tribes of Indians. There were, before our ancestors came, about 25 million Native Americans living north of the border. And by the time they got across the country, there was less than 1 million. If that ain't genocide, I don't know what is. So they wanted to subdue the land and had a natural right to it. They had a civil right to it, whereas the Indians only had a natural right to it, and that wouldn't hold up in court. The Puritans also appealed to the Bible. Psalms 2:8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. And to justify the use of force, they cited Romans 13:2. Whoever so therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. I guess that's all.
There's so much to read about.
Yeah, you got to read this book if you haven't already, because history is the story of conquerors, and there's always another, no less viable, no less true side to history. And until recently, they weren't teaching that in school. I understand now they are. Anyway, that's all from me. So let's go.
Great job, Stephen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neil. Love you, man.
I'll be right back.
All
Thanks,
right,
Steve.
so let's go from Kona, where they have the best coffee, to Maui, where they have the best ganji.
Ah, where's Gaia?
I am right here. So I had the I had the privilege of going to support 98 tribes of nations at a Sundance ceremony many, many years ago, and that was with Kate Wolf. And
Oh,
she and I danced for 5 days and nights in the arbor, and even did ceremony with Native Americans. It's the first time they ever allowed. I was born in North Dakota and brought up in Lakota land. And so we were able to participate for the first time in ceremony of the piercing with and this is in the Southwest in the Four Corners area many years ago. So I'm going to do a couple Kate Wolf songs in honor of that. One of them, she mentions the Sundance in the song. First one I'm going to do is Brother Warrior. Still doing a cappella with the back problem. Gentle warrior, with your heart like gold and a rainbow in your eyes. Brave companion, do you see a world shining in the sky? With your body dancing like an arrow, spreading joy beneath your feet, and your hands, they wave like tall grass in the wind as you speak with the shyness of a small child and the wisdom of a saint. I tell you now, there is no reason to be afraid. Brother warrior, there are none of us who walk this path alone. Spirit healer is the only life that we have ever known. I see your smile in the sunlight, hear your song in the rain, and I hold you here inside me, feel your love and know your pain. At this time, when the earth is waking to the dawn of another age, I tell you now, there is no reason to be afraid. We are crying for a vision that all living things can share, and those who care are with us everywhere. That's Kate Wolf's Brother Warrior. And I'm gonna do
Beautiful.
thank you. I'm gonna do Medicine Wheel also. And could everybody mute? Storm, you're not muted, and I think I don't know exactly who else. Thanks. This is Medicine Wheel. When the morning breaks and the sunlight warms my soul, in the east the eagle flies and the red tail proudly soars. I'm on my way to the place of the spirit one. Grandfather, hear me now, I am on fire. Let the sun dance guide my feet to your desire. Show me visions for my eyes, and words like gold that shimmer in the sun. Hiya, hiya, hiya. When the sun goes down and it grows too dark to see, I look within to the shaman's mysteries. I'm on my way to die and live again. Grandmother Earth, I cry, give me rest. Take my place with the woman in the west. Show me the raven and the bear, the way of herbs and the black obsidian. Hiya, hiya, hiya. Turn towards the south like the water I will run. In innocence and truth, the moon child's song is sung. I'm on my way to the place of the sacred plants. My emotions and my will at their command. The turtle's voice is heard among the land. The wise coyote prowls. The rattlesnake will call me to the dance. Hi-ya, hi-ya, hi-ya. In the deepest night, the stars watch over me. Old woman of the north, my mind seeks clarity. I'm on my way to the place of the northern winds. Let the thunder and the lightning carry me. Lay my thoughts to rest and send me into sleep with the hawk and the buffalo. My dreams, white crystal magic medicine. Hiya, hiya, hiya. So I'm going to end with a brief story about when we were at the Sundance. If all the rituals were done for purification and everything was performed correctly, then the elders said there'd be a sign. Nature would give us some kind of sign. So as we were on the final day packing up our tents and ready to leave, it started to pour rain. I mean, and it hailed and it was just pouring. And you look up in the sky and there was a full over the whole area of the Sundance, as clear as can be, the clouds formed the clearest eagle with every detail of the wings over the entire Sundance campsite, ceremony area, everything. It was really powerful.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so we did it
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And you, milady, are really powerful. Two great Kate Bush, Kate Wolf songs from Gaia.
Thank
All right,
you.
yeah,
Mahalo,
such a
everybody.
nice,
Mahalo.
greatly done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You guys are great. We got that echo back.
No one else can hear it, just leave it alone.
Okay, fine.
There he is.
It's sort of like a canker. No one else can see it.
It's still annoying.
Yeah, here's Marianne. There she is, looking fine as always. How are you?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. I'm hanging a little low. This is a different guitar strap.
Oh, okay. I wondered there for a moment. Okay.
Well, you qualified it, Marianne.
Thank you. Hanging low. Oh gosh, ladies and germs. It's Marianne McAllister.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. My gosh, of all things, to follow Gaia, that was beautiful. That was wonderful. And I'm sorry, Snake loves Kate Wolf. So, oh my gosh, can't believe he had to miss that. I don't really have songs to the indigenous peoples. I've just kind of pulled up a couple of fall, autumn, where we are songs happening. So this first one is a Sandy Denny from 1967. I guess Judy Collins in 1970 or something. I better find that out. This is a Sandy Denny wrote it. It's called Who Knows Where the Time Goes. To me, it's just such a quintessential fall nature song. Uh-oh, how's my sound?
Fine.
Okay. I went to church with my mom Saturday night. That's why I was late. Across the evening sky, all the birds are leaving. But how can they know it's time for them to go?
who knows where the time goes? Who knows where the time goes? Sad deserted shore, your fickle friends are leaving. But then you know it's time for them to go. But I will still be here. I have no thought of leaving. I do not count the time, for who knows where the time goes? Who knows where the time goes? And I am not alone while my love is near me. I know it will be so until it's time to go. So come the storms of winter, and then the birds in spring again. I have no fear of time, for who knows how my love grows? Who knows where the time
So beautiful.
Wow.
Beautifully done, Marianne. So beautiful.
Really nice.
Maybe the most engaging performer we have. She just looks right at you, and it's
Yeah, she looks right at us.
Yeah.
She does.
Oh, thank you. This next song I learned because of Musicians for the Greater Good. And I've been singing it all of November, Georgia, because what we owe Georgia already. And please, Georgia, please, Georgia, please, Georgia.
Please, 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 yes.
So here we go. Georgia, Georgia. A whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, but still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Do da 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 da. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, but still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Beautiful,
yeah.
Marianne.
Mary Ann
Very
McCallum.
nice.
Never fails to amaze. Right.
My mom's still here. She's off the camera. She doesn't want to be in the frame, but
Oh,
Hi, Mom.
Hi,
Mom.
Mom.
Hi, Mom. Happy
Hi,
holidays.
Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Happy holidays.
she's waving back. That's you.
Good,
Hi,
good.
Mama.
All right.
I can see it in my mind's eye.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
it was great.
Really great.
All right.
Thanks so much.
That was just amazing. But then she always is.
Yep.
All right, we're going to see what Ron Israel is up to now, and then after that, we're going to check in with cousin Linda, and then Joanna Katzen.
I thought we were going to have a word from our sponsor.
But before any of that, we'll have a word from our sponsor.
We'll make it brief. I don't have any new stories to tell this week. Remind you, if anybody is located on the Cape, anywhere near Barnstable, that the Cape Wildlife Center is having an open house on December 3rd. It should be a blast. If you're nearby or feel like going to the Cape for the day, stop by the Barnstable Center. Stephen and I have never even been there, so one of these days we have to go down and check it out. In the meantime, we are here to support and celebrate the New England Wildlife Center and Cape Wildlife and all the good work that they do. Anywildlife.org is the place for an online donation, and it's giving time of year, so please keep them in your donations planning. And if you prefer to do mail-in donations, the New England Wildlife Center, 500 Columbian Street, South Weymouth, Massachusetts, 02190. We appreciate all that you have done for the center, and anything that you can continue to do, we very much appreciate. Just one comment, any of you that are located near the shore and like to take walks on the beach, it is cold shocked sea turtle time, and there are hundreds of them being found. On Cape Cod, the beaches where the sea turtles tend to get washed up and are cold shocked are being patrolled daily by volunteers and the Audubon Wildlife Center on Cape Cod. I found one last year right here in Hull, Kemp's Ridley, very endangered sea turtle. And they came from the New England Aquarium to get it. I never found out whether it was just cold stunned or whether it was dead. But it didn't matter to them. They wanted to come and get it immediately, and they showed up in a matter of 20, 30 minutes. So
Because even if it were dead, they could learn something
they'd
from it.
necropsy it, and they would learn about what happened to it. So if you happen to be near the shore and you happen to be able in a position to notice these things, please, it's very important that every one of them gets helped. Most of them can be rehabilitated. Most of them can be brought back to health, and then they will be transported to warmer climates as soon as they're able to go. So that's not something that the center has posted right now, but it is something that we all should be aware of if we can. So thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, don't presume that they're dead just because they look and act dead. I, 15 years ago, the Wildlife Center has a very old sulcata, a spur-thighed tortoise, African spur-thighed tortoise, and I forgot and left it outside one night when I was closing the place up, and it got down below freezing that night, and I remembered it in the middle of the night. And got up and went back and brought her in, and for all the world, she was dead. But we wrapped her up in an electric blanket, and 3 hours later, she was good to go. Their metabolisms are so slow that happens. All right, that's all.
That's a
Except that once you get after you've donated to the New England Wildlife Center, and I think Marianne will agree with this. If you got any money left over, send it to Reverend Warnock.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Let's go see what Ron's up to.
Ron Israel.
There he is. How you doing?
You're muted, Ron.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, you're fine now.
Is Fern back from Machu Picchu?
No, she just called, and I just had to put her off because I said,
Oh, no.
Oh, God bless you.
You could have put us off. We could come back to you. But you've already.
she's coming back Monday.
All right, good.
Sorry. All right, honey.
Yeah. Okay, folks. It is Ron Israel.
Good to see you.
Takes all kinds to make this world, good and bad, boy and girl. Some eat oyster, some wear pearl. Takes all different kinds. Takes takes a barbarian, takes a diplomat, takes someone who don't give a damn to show you where you're at. My friend Red wears only green. At 85, he lacks a spleen. He says he's learned though from all that he's seen, that it takes all different kinds. And some people, they don't act their age. Others think, hey, life's a stage. For every fool, there sits a sage. Takes all different kinds. Takes a true believer, takes a hypocrite, a cowboy, an Indian, to stir things up a bit. Now I believe in gun control. My friend Bob, he says, let the 6-shooters roll. We get it on, 'cause we both know it takes all different kinds. Now you can say it's relative. You can say live, let live. Find out what each one has got to give, 'cause it takes all different kinds. Yes, it takes all kinds to make this world good and bad, boy and girl. Some eat oyster and some wear pearl, 'cause it takes all different kinds. Takes all different kinds.
All right.
Yeah, it does.
That's it.
Hey, Ron, nicely done.
When did you write that, Ron?
That was a while ago.
Okay.
It's an oldie. Yeah.
Okay.
Good one.
This is a also an oldie, but could be a Fern type song. I've been living for 10 days on my own, very hard. Haven't been doing this for a while. Now where you go, I will miss you. The truth is strange to tell. I'm gonna miss your walk, miss your talk. Darling, I will miss your smell. So grant me one little favor before I walk out the door. Rub amnesia over me so I won't know where I'm headed for. 'Cause I'll be missing you every day. Who's gonna love you when I'm far away? The rose will be a reminder of the love we share. And the sweetest thing about that flower, she blooms everywhere. Miss you pulling into the station, miss you in Tennessee, miss you in New Orleans, miss you in Atlanta, miss you down in Mississippi. And you say that I'm forgetful in my point of view, but you'll see I'll be missing you. I'll be missing you every day. Who's gonna love you when I'm far away? It won't be strangers, they won't do, 'cause they'll see I'll be missing you. And I'm not sentimental, I'm not teary-eyed, I'm the kind who likes life served up, cut and dried. But there's an exception for every single rule. And in this case, darling, it seems to me you have taken me to school. 'Cause I'll be missing you every day. Who's gonna love you when I'm far away? No need to wonder, is true love true? 'Cause you'll see I'll be missing you.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that was awesome. I love it. Great song, Ron.
I'd love to get Stephen playing harp on that song with you.
Oh yeah,
There you go. That'd be great.
yeah. The next time we're together,
Yeah.
not on Zoom,
Right.
we'll have to do that.
That was very, very sweet.
Yes, it
tell,
was.
When you talk to Fern, tell her we said hi.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to talk to her now. So.
Okay.
All right, because love is love, not fade away. All right, Ron, if you're still here, you probably remember, and so do you, Michael, and oh gosh, who else is local? Rich Barrett, Snake,
Neil, of course, would.
Neil, Mike, John. Probably remember Big Bob Hubbard. And Big Bob left us this past week.
This morning.
Just this morning.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
He'd been ill for a long time. He'd been suffering for a long time, so that's over with now, and I think we could be thankful for that. And please join us now in a moment of silence for Big Bob Hubbard. Okay, and we all move on. We move on out to Marin County right now. It's time to say hi to cousin Linda.
Hi, sorry for your loss. It's always hard to lose a I can't speak, but anyway, you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Lose a good friend.
I've been here all night, even though you couldn't always see me. I'm starting a new knitting project, and I have to look at my stitches. So.
All right, I'm impressed. I wish I could knit.
Yeah, it's fun. Our knitting group, there's about 8 of us. We all decided to do a vest, the same pattern.
All right.
I haven't joined them in that before because even though I've been there about 5 years, I'm still a newcomer. They've been knitting for years, but anyway, this painting behind me is my latest that I'm working on. It's a work in progress, but my next painting for my class is to paint my muse. So this is the vision that came to me and that showed up on the canvas. So we'll see what happens next.
Like it so far. Very good.
Yes,
Yep, thank you.
You're a talented and creative individual.
He sure is.
And that's for another group that you're in, the art of the painting group.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely.
Anything else besides those two?
Oh, I do some music. Do you know the
Uh,
thing Song Circles?
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in a couple of those. One sometimes happens at my church or on Zoom. And the other one I just discovered it's in San Anselmo.
Okay.
And I did it Wednesday night, and it turns out it's every Wednesday night, and I loved it. It was great. The song leaders lead you line by line, you know, call and response.
Oh.
And then just with this motley crew of us, within moments, they've got us harmonizing and singing. And anyway, it's delightful. I really love it.
Oh, good for you, Lynn.
Well, maybe someday you'll sing for us.
Yeah, maybe so.
One hopes.
One hopes.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Love the music
God bless
tonight.
Love you,
Take
cousin.
care.
Talk
Love
to you
you.
next week.
Great seeing you.
All right.
Joanna,
and then Michael, and then Storm, and then we'll say hello to Neil, and then we'll go out with Freddie K. Just to let you know what's on the horizon. Excuse me. Joanna, here you are.
Hello.
Looking good.
Cousin
What's up?
Linda, I love your muse. I love the expression on her face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so sorry about your friend, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Joanna.
He was a good old boy.
Yeah, he had a tough life.
Yep. And his daughter is still performing. Bobby Lee Hubbard, and so keep your ears open for her. But right now, let's welcome Joanna Katzen.
Hi, thank you. So I just put a link in the chat. December 3rd, I'll be performing together with some other songwriters at One Broadway in a benefit performance for One Broadway. So the link is there. You can go over and see what it's about. And if you like, you can join us. And I think it's streaming online too. So if you're not into coming in yet and mingling with germs everywhere, then you can watch it online.
Broadway in what town?
One Broadway is in, I believe, Lawrence. So if you click the link, it'll bring you over to their site, and you can find out exactly where they are and all the details. Thank you. So I don't have any songs that go with the current theme. And that's something that I've been, personally, I kind of stay away from. Not that I expect other people to do, it's just that I don't know enough about it to write in a genuine way, in a meaningful way. So I feel like it's more important to listen to people like Buffy St. Marie and others who have contact with that sect of the population and learn from what they have to say and from what they sing. So I thank everybody for what they've brought tonight. It's been informative and helpful, especially the Buffy St. Marie song that Sue did. Sue, thank you so much for doing that. So I'm going to do a trad and an almost trad tonight. And the trad I'm doing is Poor Wayfaring Stranger. And I went to just look up the lyrics to refresh my memory. And it was funny because whoever sang the song, the lyrics are attributed to them. I don't know why, but I went to look up the source, and evidently this has been sung in churches everywhere where the English language is sung since the 1800s. So we will keep it alive. I'm a poor wayfaring stranger while traveling through this world of woe. Yet there's no sickness, toil, or stranger in that fair land to which I go. I'm going there to see my mother. She's going there no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I know dark clouds will gather round me. I know my way is rough and steep, yet beauteous fields lie just before me. God's redeemed their vigils keep. I'm going there to see my father. Going there no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I'm only going over home. I'm only going over home.
Oh, beautiful.
Great
done.
job.
Beautiful, Joanna. Love it. Great job.
It's silly. With all the music in the world, that one is one of my favorites.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and then and what happens with stuff like that that's been around for hundreds of years? Somebody decides to put a copyright on it so they can make some money off it.
Yeah,
But then,
well, I actually looked to see if that had happened, and it hasn't. It's in the public domain.
oh, good.
Good to
So
know.
we can muck around with it all we want.
All right.
Okay, the next one I'm going to do is Fare Thee Well, and I first heard this when I was really young from Joan Baez, who blew me away. You may know it as 10,000 Miles. And I always thought it was a trad as well, but evidently it's not listed as a trad. The music was written by David Gude, Gude. I don't know when he lived, don't know anything about him yet. I will look him up later. Fare thee well, I must be gone and leave you for a while. But wherever I go, I will return if I go. Oh, 10,000 miles. If I go, if I go, if I go 10,000 miles, oh, 10,000 miles, it is so far to leave me here alone. Well, I may lie, lament and cry, and you'll not hear my moan. No, no, so black, my love will change his color white. If ever I should prove false to thee, the day will turn to night. Yes, the the day will turn to night. Oh, the rivers, they never will run dry, nor the rocks melt with the sun. I'll never prove false to the ones I love, till all these things are done. Till all these things are done.
Oh,
Wonderful.
awesome.
Well, Joanna. Great.
Excellent. Beautiful. Very
Thank you
beautiful.
for everything you're doing tonight, too.
Ah,
Thank you,
God bless you.
Joanna.
Thank you so much. We're all in this together, uh, and I'm glad of that. We got Michael Gutierrez May coming up, and while we're getting him up, I will let you know that we had next Saturday is Day of Persons with Disabilities Day, and it's also Bartender Appreciation Day, and it's Let's Hug Day. So there are three possible themes for you now, and any of you, should you have a suggestion as to a theme, please feel free to let us know. And right now, let us put our little hands together for my good friend Michael Gutierrez May.
Michael, good to see you.
Hi, everyone. Well, I was a little bit late because I was out with Diane buying a new car, and that's exactly what she did this evening. She bought a new car, a new Honda CR-V. That is to have and to hold with Diane is probably going to be for the next 10 years.
Well,
And
congratulations,
so
Diane.
that came in a little bit late tonight, but still be able to make it here. And glad to be here. I'm also going to be part of that concert that Joanne's part of on Saturday night in Lawrence at the One Broadway Collaborative. And One Broadway Collaborative is just kind of like a very community-based organization run by Aaron Tornberg. He's been doing it for the past year or so, and just really dedicated to producing community-based productions and in promoting folk singers and post folk and acoustic singers as well. He's got something going pretty much practically every night there in Lawrence. The tickets for that benefit are $15. So we're hoping to kind of get some money stirred up for that benefit. Some of us will perform live, and some of us are going to be performing virtually. So I'll be one of the live performers next Saturday. So, okay. I'm going to do a song by a man by the name of Steve Allain, Allain. And Steve is a very well-known singer-songwriter in Providence, Rhode Island. And he's just really good. And and a little while back I learned one of his songs, and I thought I would share it tonight. It's called Damaged Man, and it goes like this. I become a good actor. I'll make you believe I'm well versed in Boston, how to deceive, but no one will know. Well, most of the time, Anyway, with all of my friends, I've come to expect we'll talk for a while, but we'll never connect. I want to reach out, but I never know what I should say. And oh no, when it creeps in, well, it starts slow, and the voices begin. You won't understand me. I've done some bad things. I've cared for a sparrow and broke both her wings, and now she can't fly back to where she belongs. Well, I ain't no devil, but I am not a saint. The tethers have torn, and I have no restraints. My mind gets so cloudy, I don't know what's right or what's wrong. And oh no, when it creeps in, well, it starts slow, and the voices begin, and they scream so loud, I'm a damaged man, and I'm just trying to fit in the best that I can. If I could just explain, maybe I'd convert you. The quiet I cannot sustain, and I'm afraid I'll hurt you. And some say it's scary, while others may scoff. They say I'm a time bomb, about to go off. But I'm being honest, I'm even more scared than you. And oh no, when it creeps in, well, it starts slow, and the voices begin, and they scream so loud, I'm a damaged man, I'm just trying to fit in the best that I can.
Oh, great song.
Wow.
Well done.
Michael, really nice.
Powerful.
Yeah, the psychotherapist in him came out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Perhaps that's what drew me to the song.
Yeah.
But it is.
Okay. Second song, which is kind of sort of on the Native American theme, it's kind of an is my song Puerto Rican on the Moon. Which, you know, and it's kind of in a kind of a similar way to Hawaiians. Puerto Ricans are kind of Native Americans too, except they're kind of they're a mix of Spanish, Black, and Taino Indian. People from Cody have that tribe mixture going on, and Puerto Ricans are both Black and white. And anyway, I think it's just kind of this is half of me. I figured I just came up with this song a few years ago. It's a fun little song.
Yeah.
And, here goes. Paul landed there in 1969. There was nobody else there at the time. But nowadays, if you want your own place, you gotta travel to outer space. So you take a Puerto Rican family and bring along the salsa and the rice and beans, and the moon will be as happy as a place can be, with dancing every night USA. Second generation, and I'm here to stay. Well, they don't speak Spanish here in the States, so I had to learn my Spanish from China plates. Well, half of Puerto Ricans better than none. Tells my Irish side, chill out, have fun. 'Cause you're as crazy cool as anyone. Dancing every night. I'm a Puerto Rican on the move. I'm a Puerto Rican here. I'm a Puerto Rican there. I'm a Puerto Rican everywhere. Puerto Rican on the moon. I look up in the sky and I say, oh man, they're still playing that music as loud as they can. Well, Puerto Rican's postage stamp down here below, but up on the moon, Puerto Ricans run the show. I'm a Puerto Rican on the moon. I'm a Puerto Rican here. I'm a Puerto Rican there. I'm a Puerto Rican everywhere. Puerto Rican on the moon. I'm Puerto Rican on the moon. I'm a Puerto Rican here. I'm Puerto Rican there. I'm a Puerto Rican everywhere. Puerto Rican on the moon.
The ever delightful Michael Gutierrez May. One of my favorite songs. Yeah.
Love that one. So fun.
Good, Michael.
That's great.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. All right. I guess we should all put our slickers on because it's time for a storm. Get it?
I got it.
Our-
I got it.
All right, then put your hands together for storm.
Hey, Storm, good to see you.
Oh, let's see.
So anybody who doesn't know me, I'm coming from Greenfield, Massachusetts.
Get down, baby. Come on.
I am currently on lands that were homelands of the Nipmuc, Pecumtuck, Mohican, Mahaconic. And an update on my daughter. She's still in the hospital. We did get her moved from a cast to a boot. I think she's been standing a little, but I'm having a hard time getting a clear answer on that. And she went several days where the people who were companions for her didn't realize that she was supposed to have the boot off when she was in bed. So that set things back a little bit. But she seems to have gone through it. And her mother currently has COVID, so is not able to visit her. So And we're no closer to finding a rehab or a place for her to live.
Where is she, Storm? What, in the hospital?
She is in Biddeford, Maine, in a hospital, and has been now for 7 weeks with a broken ankle and a broken leg.
Jesus. Bless her.
Heritage. With this past, one must either stay or leave, yet to stay is to surrender, and to leave is to desert. The burial mounds in these hills know I ride in this carnival only so I needn't decide. Listen to the wind, my people. Listen to the wind. Listen to the wind, my people. Listen. Listen to the wind, my people, as it blows across the plains. Listen to its voices as it brings on the rain. Listen to its voices rustling through the trees. Listen to its singing, so happy and so free. Listen to the wind, my people. Listen to the wind. Listen to the wind, my people. Listen. Listen to the wind, my people, as it blows towards the shore. Listen to its voices. Understand its roar. Listen to its voices, its whispers and its screams. Listen to its prophecies rising like a dream. Listen to the wind, my people. Listen to the wind. Listen to the wind, my people. Listen. Listen to the wind, my people. Listen to the wind. Listen to the wind, my people. Listen. Listen.
Really nice.
I wrote both the poem and the song. And this is another poem of mine. If I can get the page to turn. There we go. Broken Arrow. He imagines himself running in a herd of buffalo, first then last. Where'd it go? Shoot. Sorry, I just lost the song that I had pulled up. Give me 1
Technology.
second. Yep. Give me 1 second.
While we're waiting, I will sing one verse from the Native American version of This Land Is Your Land. This land is your land. It once was my land until we sold you Manhattan Island. You drove our nations to the reservations. This land was stole by you from me.
Broken Arrow. That was actually appropriate to the song that I'm going to do. Broken Arrow. He imagines himself running in a herd of buffalo, first then last. Hoof marks appear on his face, and a trail scout bent over, drinking whiskey from an old wine bottle. in a cockroached bed. And this is a song by Floyd Red Crow Westerman called Custard Died for Your Sins. For the lies that were spoken, for the blood we have spilled, for the treaties that we've broken, for the leaders you have stilled, Custard died for your sins. Custard died for your sins. Now a new day must begin. Custard died for your sins. For the tribes you terminated, for the myth you kept alive, for the land you confiscated, for our freedom you deprived. Custard died for your sins. Custard died for your sins. Now a new day must begin. Custard died for your sins. Custard died for your sins. Custard died for your sins. Now a new day must begin. Custard died for your sins, for the truth that you pollute, for the life that you have cost, for the good you prostitute, and for all that we have lost. Custard died for your sins. Custard died for your sins. Now a new day must begin. Custard died for your sins. Custard died for your sins. Custard died for your sins. Now a new day must begin. Floyd Red Crow Westerman.
Storm.
Thank you.
Great stuff. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Storm.
Would your daughter like get well cards?
Unfortunately, she's not in a position to receive them.
Oh.
Well, that's
'Cause
weird.
we don't know. She's supposed to be leaving the hospital, but we can't find a place, so we don't know how long she's going to be there. And she's in a room where there's really not a lot of space for like plants and things like that. And
Okay.
you know, it has to go through people.
Do you get out to see her?
No, I have not physically seen her in 3 years.
Mm,
I used to go every 2.5 months,
mm.
but she was in a medical group home that was locked down because of COVID, and then it was understaffed, so they weren't opening up very quickly. And then they started the process of evicting her because they're so overstaffed and her behaviors were getting out of control and
Yeah, she
endangering
has
her.
something else going on.
She's
Besides
got
the-
nonverbal autism, epilepsy, mental impairment, incontinence, aggressive behaviors, self-injurious behaviors. And she's in a body that's 37 years old with a brain that psychologically tests between 18 and 23 months.
God,
She
Wow.
can't
you know, we
fully
think our
clothe,
crosses are
bathe,
hard to
toilet. Yep. She can't fully clothe, bathe, toilet, or feed herself. She can't catch a ball. She can't play a game.
Storm, would they let you in to visit if you went up?
Probably, but it's complicated.
Hmm.
But
Well, I hope she improves and that you guys can find a decent place for her where they'll really care for her.
yep, me too.
And she's lucky to have a dad that cares for her as you do.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Give it up for Storm.
Thank you, Storm.
Storm, our prayers are with you and your whole family.
Yes,
All right.
Storm. I say prayers for you too, and for her and for Mariah. Good luck.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as I used to say to my dog Pogo, Neil.
You
How you
must
doing?
you must know what I used to do in school all the time with the nail, and I just go down and say,
How are you?
I
It's
am.
Jewish, not Catholic.
Well, I went to too many churches instead of temples, I guess. I don't know. But it's great to be here with all of you, and I do hope you all had, however you spent your holiday with family and friends. That you, I did. I got to spend some time with my grandchildren, my daughters, and my whole family. And then I came back to my house that's still not heated. But aside from that, everything's great. But
Oh my God.
Wow.
we're still working on it. But,
Is the mayor still without heat?
I don't know if she is or isn't, but she's right down the street from me. So, but I have to admit, the people that she sent were really good. So I'm going to be calling them again tomorrow.
Good.
But
Wow.
I do, again, I'm sorry I always get here late, but that's just me.
That's all right. I know we expect it of you. You know,
I know. And
take you the way you are.
for
We
any
love
that are
that's the way you
interested, we still have a few spots open for Monday's ROM. We've got a great group already signed up. And if you're not, and you want to shoot me a message in the chat while we're still here, that's fine. I'll sign you up if you wish. And Stephen, you know, my regular offer to you, even if you just want to be there, just let me know. And
Okay, obviously I can't sing.
well, you don't have to. You just your presence and Kathy's are just so important to me and my heart. So
What are we doing
means a
tomorrow?
lot. And just a word to some of you that that are local that do know Ellen Schmidt. Ellen Schmidt, for those of you who don't know, did take another stroke. She and her daughter Wendy and her husband Alan, who I talk to Ellen and Alan every single day. They went to the hospital and brought her back home. And I spoke to Ellen and Alan this morning, and I've been in constant touch with Wendy, their daughter. And knock on wood, she's actually planning on coming to be an audience member. She was planning on playing on Monday, but she still wants to come Monday. I said, there's always the next time, Ellen. So, but I just wanted to share that with you because I know a lot of you do know Ellen Schmidt. So, again, and about Big Bob Hubbard, I'm really sorry too, Stephen and Kathy and everybody in the Catbird family that did know Bob. I mean, I've known him for years. We've had a lot of losses in both our communities. So
yeah,
let's just keep it going. They'd want us all to keep the music going. That's what we're doing. Love of the music. All right. Good night. Thank you. I want
night,
to hear
Neil.
music.
Love
Thank you, Neil.
Love you to pieces.
Love you right back. Thanks. Thank you.
And that means that we've come to the end of our rope, and here we hang, twisting in the wind. And it's just about time to hear from our good friend and dear brother. I don't know, words failed. So I'm going to shut up now. Just say, are you ready? Because you got to be ready. It's Freddy.
Thank you, Nick. All right. I woke up this morning. I couldn't talk for about an hour and a half. I finally had something blurred out. So, dealing with throat issues. It doesn't hurt. It's just a pain in the arse.
Is it, well, it's a pain in the neck, but is your cancer coming back?
No, I don't think it's anything. I did have an appointment with the surgeon who did my neck surgery, my throat surgery, but of course he canceled until January 23rd or something. I had an appointment, but oh well. By then it'll either be better or inoperable. No, it'll be all good. It's all good. one little at a time. Okay, but I'll try to point something out. That's what I do. When I can't sing, which is never that great, I just knock out something. Okay, this song's Growing Up. I think it's an indigenous people song myself, so. Growing up is hard to do. Who don't want to grow up to be just like you? Growing up, way too fast. I want to make this moment. Make it last, make it last. Make it last. Please, make it last. Please, 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 please. Make it last. I don't want no part. Your education seems like some type of white lie. Fabrication, don't want to hear about. Your mother goose or the big egg that we've laid, that we've laid. Oh, 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 that we've laid. Oh, 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 oh. Don't want to hear no crying. The Indian reservation, how we break their land, ruin their nation. Don't want to hear no crying from the reservation. Make it go away. Oh, 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 make it go away. Please, make it go away. Oh, could you please, 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 make it last. Oh, oh. Yeah, I don't want to hear no crying from the Indian reservation. No, no, no. How we've raped their land and ruined their nation. I don't want to hear no crying from the reservation. Make it go away. Ooh, oh, 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 make it go away. Please, make it go away. Oh. Could you please, 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 make it last. Just growing up, growing up, growing up. So hard to do. Don't want to grow up to be just like you. Growing up, way too fast. Make this moment. Make it last, make it last. Make it last. Please, make it last. Oh, could you please, 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 make it go away. Oh. Growing up.
Hard to do.
Ready.
Yeah. Okay, this similar light came to me this week. I'm gonna have a spoonful of ice cream, see if it will help. All the home remedies. Like son is I was watching the TV. Shouldn't be talking, but I heard them talking about Ukraine, how vast areas were without electricity, and the people were cold and hungry. And I was coming out of a meeting the other night to do a late midnight meeting in Boston on Newbury Street. And this old Vietnam vet, he's been trying to get sober so he can get housing. 69 years old, was a tunnel rat. And it just kills me to see these people that serve this country, sleep on the street. And to see him underneath the tarp. And then I seen a big fat rat go running underneath the top where he was sleeping. And must happen all the time. But to me, that's pretty creepy. But I guess the Vietnam vet, 69 years old, is in crying about 28 out of 40 members of his crew getting killed over Nam because they wouldn't listen to him. And the type of memories that he has, and that he's sleeping under a top with rats. What can be said? So this song's called Rose-Colored Glasses. A lot of it's facetious. I don't know. You don't have to understand. A lot of what I say, I don't mean from the first person. I just mean it from the last person. Rose-colored glasses. Rose-colored glasses. Everything's moving slow as molasses. Looking at the world by rose-colored glasses. Trying to make heroes out of complete jackasses. Trying to make heroes out of complete jackasses. Colored hungry. Don't need much here. Get my rose colored glasses. Fetch me a cold beer. Cold and hungry. Don't need much here. Just get me my rose colored glasses. Fetch me a cold beer. Give me my rose colored glasses, baby. Fetch me a cold beer. Riding on that big wave. Maybe soon, just a little bit away. One thing for sure, I think I can say, rose-colored glasses won't help me rest my brain. Rose-colored glasses won't keep the wolves at bay. These rose-colored glasses won't keep the dogs of war away. Rose-colored glasses won't keep the dogs from hell away. Don't need much here. Just get me my rose colored glasses, baby. Let's go beer. Just fetch me a cold beer. Looking at the world through rose-colored glasses. See, everything's moving as slow as molasses. heroes are the complete jackasses.
Yeah, man.
Yes, Freddie.
He speaks the truth.
He does.
Great job, Freddie. Thank you.
Oh,
That is-
gosh.
That's not farcical at all. That's
Right.
real.
Life is a hell only kindness can quell. And I think that's why we're here, just to soften the suffering. And oh, by the way, thank you, Ellis, for that post, for that text. Don't forget, next week we have suggested themes, including Day of Persons with Disabilities, Bartender Appreciation Day, and Let's Hug Day. I think every day should be Let's Hug Day.
Me too.
Yeah. And that's about it for me, except to say, as the Lakota say, Mitakuye Oyasi. We're all related, interconnected, interdependent. And Wakantan Kanishiyun. May the Great Spirit walk with you.
Thank you, Stephen and Kathy.
Thank you, Stephen.
Love
Thank
you
you,
all.
Stephen and Kathy.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.
Thank you to all the musicians. Wonderful night.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Great.
It was really
Good night,
fun.
everybody. Mary Ann, say
Next time.
good night to Mom.
Take
Love, many
care.
blessings.
Thank you all.
Bye, Neil.
You-
Bye, Neil.
Good night.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Good folks.
Yeah, Michael, we'll see you on Monday.
Okay, see you, Neil, then see you then.
Good luck on that. Break a leg.